Hello, this is Kurt from Grand Purpose Piano. You could reach us at grandpurpose.com. We've taken the plate out of the Mason & Hamlin AA, and as I spoke about in the last video, the reason why this piano is being restored is because it had been restored improperly not too long ago, about 5 years ago, and the pin block itself has failed. So now with the plate out of the piano, it exposes the pin block. And we can see right now that there's extensive damage, and somebody tried to pour in a solution called Pin Tight, which is supposed to swell the fibers of the wood to make the tuning pins tighter. It did not work in this case, and it was the wrong thing to do. Obviously, the pin block had issues even before they got started. So I want to go through a couple of thoughts and a couple of things that you need to consider when you're having your piano restored. You do not want to skimp on the pin block. This pin block here is a multi-laminated pin block. I showed you in the last video, and I'll show it again today, that there are several different types of pin blocks that are available. This type of multi-laminated pin block should only be installed in smaller instruments, like this one. We put one in this Este, and the pin block is very adequate for this job. The reason why it's good is because we have also, you can see over here, it has bushings, which are around the tuning pins. And those tuning pin bushings also assist in supporting the pin and its tension. So, and you drill out the pin block in a certain way, and these pin blocks are very good for smaller instruments, 5 foot and under, maybe 5'2", but you really don't want to go anything beyond that. Over here, I have you to see the two different pin blocks that I'm going to show today. There are more than this, but today I'm just going to show you the two that we're talking about. This is the multi-laminated pin block, and this one here is the expensive laminated pin block. This one here has maple. It's multi-laminated maple, but it's not quarter sawn. Quarter sawn would not show grain like this. You see the way the grain is? This would not be a quarter sawn piece of lumber. This is just a normally cut piece of lumber, and the grain shows. It's very pretty, but as for function, it's weaker than this pin block. And you can see when I go look at the grain on this pin block here, if you take a close look, you could see that the grain is running straight. There is no pretty grain lines that you're looking at. The reason why is this wood is cut in a different fashion. It's what they call quarter sawn cut lumber. It's an expensive way to cut a piece of lumber because there's a lot of waste. But it's the strongest type of cut for maple that we can get in our field. I use this type of lumber also when I make pin blocks. When I make bridges to the pianos. We do soundboards here, and we recap the bridges, and we use this type of material on our bridge caps because it's the strongest type that we can get. All right, and you can see that this is laminated all the way through. It's going in different directions, and it's a very strong pin block. It costs 3 to 4 times more money than this pin block here. So, unfortunately, some technicians are in the mindset of, well, if you don't see it, they'll never know. And I can save some money on the job. And I hate to say it like that, but you know what? I've been around for 35 years in this field, and I've seen and I've heard it all. And believe it or not, it is true what I'm saying. You will not see this pin block, but you will see its effect and how it functions in a very short period of time by its longevity. And this pin block failed because the wrong pin block was used. Okay, so I say all that just so you know. There are certain areas in the piano which you can skimp if you want to save some money and you want to have your piano restored. We can go through all those things with you when we do an evaluation. We do a thorough evaluation on your instrument, and we'll talk about all the different options. We are a full custom restoration shop. I do not skimp on the pin blocks, and we'll show you the type of material. We categorize it, and we give you a documentation as to what type of pin blocks you're going to be receiving. All right, so once again, I hope this has been helpful to you, and I don't mean to hurt any technicians' feelings out there, but you know what? There is the right way to do a job, and there's the wrong way. And at Grand Purpose, we're registered piano technician in the Piano Technicians Guild. I'm also in the Master Piano Technicians Guild. I've been doing this for 35 years, working for a variety of companies, and you can see my bio at grandpurpose.com. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Thank you and have a great day.